Alright, after whatever the heck that was in the last game, the Packers game against Minnesota, but we're not going to talk about that. If you're a Vikings fan, if you're watching this, let's pretend that game never happened. Let's move on for the rest of our lives. We'll never speak of that game ever again. Alright. As you can see, the title of the video, the playoff prediction video, like I said before, after the times and the TV providers, basically what network's going to carry the games being revealed, and let's predict the playoffs by Saturday, Sunday, and the Monday night game. So yeah, first off, 4 o'clock on 4:30 p.m. on Fox Eastern Standard Time, obviously. The Rams at the Panthers. I think they playing week early in the regular season, either week 13 or week 12. I can't remember. But I know the Panthers won. Matt Stafford, I think he had like 2 interceptions. One got returned for a touchdown and a fumble when the Rams was driving for a game-winning touchdown or tied the game. The Panthers, I think Derek Brown either forced the fumble, or he recovered the fumble. And the Panthers run out the clock to win the game, 31-28. I think it was the score was at. I think 31-28. Of course, as we all know, regular season wins in the postseason are not the same. So I'm not gonna pick the Panthers saying, oh, they beat the Rams. They can do it again. Obviously they can. But as I said before, regular season games are nowhere near close to playoff games, okay? And what you do in the regular season do not mean a goddamn thing. But if the Panthers would have wrapped up the division and beat the Seahawks, which I wasn't expecting them to do, if they would have somehow beat the Seahawks, uh, to be fair, they were in that game. It was tied for a while for the Seahawks pull away in the second half. But if they somehow did beat the Seahawks and wrapped up the division, regardless of Tampa Bay won or not, actually no, I think if the Buccaneers lost to the Dolphins, if they did, which they did, the Panthers won the division, and the game just Tampa Bay Week 18 would have been for nothing anyway. What I was trying to say, if the Panthers were right at the division title early, I probably would have went to that game because obviously I live in the Charlotte area. But then again, maybe next year if they make the playoffs. But then again, I think if Tampa Bay gets the crap together, I think they would have won the division anyway if they would put the crap together. Anyway, who I think is going to win doesn't really matter for me. I'm just gonna be saying I'm picking the Panthers to beat the Rams. All right, the Prime Video game, the Prime Time game, 8 o'clock, Green Bay, Chicago. I'm not gonna waste your time with this. Chicago, the Bears are winning for obvious reasons. And of course, I could be completely wrong. The Packers could boom out the Bears 42-0, but I don't see that happening for obvious reasons. However, I'll explain this with the Packers side of the video once their season is over, obviously. So I'm not gonna waste your time with the Packers. All right, CBS, Buffalo, Jacksonville. This one is interesting because they didn't not meet in the regular season. So I don't know how this is gonna work. But I do know this: the Jaguars got a great run defense, and the Bills. Well, how can I say this? And the Bills have been sputtering. Yeah, they blew out the Jets. Let's be real. The Jets are not a good team. Hey, Mitch should basically break that sorry defense of the Jets. Like I said, who cares about the Jets? But so I will say this for narrative reason. No, and yes, I'll say this for narrative reasons. If you're the Bills, if you get eliminated in the first round, and there's no Lamar, no Lamar Jack, there's no Lamar Jackson, no Patrick Mahomes, no Joe Burrow. The only seasonal quarterback in the AFC is Aaron Rodgers. We'll get to him later. If you and I guess Justin Herbert, even though his third playoff appearance, if you cannot win at least one playoff game, you get eliminated in the first round. I don't, I don't think you. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not sure what you do if you're Buffalo if you cannot beat Jacksonville. Even though I am picking you to beat Jacksonville, if you do lose to the Jags, I don't know what you do if you're Buffalo. Like, this is probably the easier opportunity you had. Like I said, no Burrow, no Lamar, and no Mahomes. If you can't take advantage of this opportunity, yeah, I don't know what you do if you're Buffalo. All right, 4 o'clock, 4:30 on Fox, San Francisco and Philadelphia. Congratulations. And this game's gonna be interesting. I don't know what the status of Brock Purdy is. What I've been told, that it's not that serious. We should be ready, but I don't know how injury's gonna affect him. Jalen Hurts, they played against almost said the Redskins against Washington. You know, they lost the game, but who really cares about that game? And because the I, because Detroit beat Chicago, which I didn't expect. I didn't. To be fair, I did not expect that to happen. But since the Bears lose to the Lions, if the Eagles would have beat the Commanders, they would have got the number 2 seed. And they would have placed the Packers, they would have won 30 to nothing anyway. But who cares about that? Now they're putting the Niners. Now, obviously, I don't know how that game's going to turn out. But if I want to be real, I'm picking the Eagles to win. But of course, watch the Niners blow them out, which I won't be surprised if that happens. But I'm picking the Eagles to win. Now, the NBC game, the Chargers and the Patriots. Now, this one's more interesting because the Patriots defense, the pass rush is hit or miss. The Chargers offensive line is banged up, like banged the crap ball, banged up. I gotta get before I move on to this game. I gotta go on a little bit of a rant about the Patriots. See, if you follow the NFL, this one I saw memes talk about the Patriots. They were like, I forgot what the record was. Talking about, oh, they were winning games. Yeah, and then like, oh yeah, who did they beat? All teams below 500. Like, okay, because they have an easier schedule. You know, it was true. Well, duh, when you play all teams in the NFC South, same with Buffalo, since they're in the same division. When you play teams like the NFC South and the NFC North, all of them have losing records. Of course, of course, the schedule gonna be easier. Oh, you know why? Why the Patriots play the Raiders and the Titans and the Giants? Because they finished last in the AFC East. Of course, the schedule will be easier when you finish last in your division. Sorry, a notification pop up. And let me be clear, strength of schedule do not mean a goddamn thing because it changes every year. So yeah, let me get that little rant out of sight. Hey, so yeah, like I said, strength of schedule do not mean a thing because it changes every year. So back to this game. Like I said, Chargers online is banged up, but the Patriots pass rush is a little bit hit or miss. So we don't know how effective the pass rush is going to be. But the Patriots, you know, some of the players don't have playoff appearances. Drake May, first playoff appearance. So we won't see how this is going to go. But if I have to pick one, honestly, the Patriots. The Patriots. I think the Patriots will beat the Chargers, even though the Chargers have most of the players have played more, have even though the Chargers been in the playoffs make the playoffs 3 times except for 2023 since 2022. Have more, but I'm picking the Patriots to beat the Chargers. The Monday night game, Houston and Pittsburgh. Boy, Aaron Rodgers, this might be your last game, and good luck. And you will need against that Texans defense. Boy, and CJ Stroud looking better, coming back from injury. Boy, yeah. Or I'll say this: I think they can. If the Steelers would lost against, if the Steelers, they were lucky to be in this position, even though they should not be in the position. They should have been beating the Ravens. What I mean by this, if the Steelers would have beat Cleveland, if the Ravens would have won that game, and the Steelers would have been eliminated, they should have. They could have been. They wouldn't have been in that position. Should have been Cleveland, but anyway, not worrying about the Steelers. But like I said, man, that Texas defense scared the crap out of me, bro. And yes, the Colts game, but that's an outlier because not everybody played that game. CJ Stroud got pulled out of the game, and Davis Mills took over. So that game does not mean anything, even though they allowed 30 points to the Colts. The Colts, not the Colts. Whatever. Let's move on. Who I'm picking to win is Houston, obviously. I'm picking the Texans beat the Steelers. And no, yes, even though the guy on the court, Steelers quarterback, is a Packers player, is a former Packers quarterback, doesn't mean anything. I'm not being biased, bro. Just because he used to play for my team, I've got his jersey in my closet. So don't call me up with this, oh, you're a homer because he used to play for the Packers. No, it doesn't. Because that was the case, then, and it would be the NFL would be rigging for the Packers to get a Super Bowl, but that's not going to happen, obviously. Super Bowl prediction, who's my 2 Super Bowls? I'm going to be real for you. Be real with you. Who's my Super Bowl picks? Seahawks. Well, I won't say Seahawks, Eagles. That's a championship game, probably. Seahawks, Broncos. Yes, a Super Bowl 49 rematch. If it's not that, it's Seahawks, Patriots. Super Bowl. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Seahawks, Broncos is Super Bowl 48 rematch. I'm sorry. Super Bowl 49, Patriots, Seahawks. That's the rematch for Super Bowl 49. I'm sorry. I got the 2 Super Bowls mixed up. It's going to be Seahawks, Broncos, or Seahawks, Patriots. If not that, it's going to be Eagles. It's going to be Eagles, Patriots. Super Bowl 39, Super Bowl 52 rematch. Whatever the Super Bowl is going to be. So anyway, that's a preview of the playoffs. So see you guys later.